Yo, what's going on, guys?
Welcome back to another video.
So today's video is going to be part 2 to Rudy's snake room. If you haven't already watched the first one, click right there,
Right here?
or right there. I think it's
Right there.
I don't know wherever it's at. Click right there to watch it. You don't want to miss it. He had so many awesome snakes in that part 1. It was the black-headed python. Oh, I caught that. Those fast instant reflexes. Go watch that video. That video is awesome. Now for part 2, we got to do the next half of his room. So enjoy the video, guys.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so these are my Russian legless lizards. I've had these for several years now. And I know that I have them in a cage that's way bigger than they actually need, but oh my gosh, they're so awesome. They're very spunky animals. They do bite, but they have more gums than anything else, and their teeth are like really tiny, like little marbles almost. So they never break the skin as hard as they want to bite you, and they're really spunky. Come here, bud. So eventually, what they do is they calm down. And they let you pet their head and stuff like that. So right now, obviously, he's not in the mood to bite me. And he's not as scared or stressed out as he may seem, because these are also called glass lizards. And the reason why they're called glass lizards is because they have such a long tail that takes up 2/3 of their body, and that they can, when they're really scared or feel threatened, they break their tails into several pieces, and there's several pieces on the floor wiggling around. That's how their defense mechanism. But they've never felt the need to do that because they're not really scared of me. So I don't know which is the male and the female. I know that there is a male and a female only because they've locked for me before. So I don't know which one it is, but the other one's under here. Let's bother him or her a little bit.
I'm gonna get a close-up of the head.
Yeah, go for it.
That's like the main thing here.
Okay, so the things that makes them lizards, what makes a legless lizard different from a snake is number one. A legless lizard has ears. If you notice, right behind the ear, kind of like at the jaw, at the end of the jawline, they have like a little dimple. That's their ears. Okay, and then legless lizards, they blink their eyes. They have eyelids, where snakes don't have eyelids. And also, they're mostly tail. 2/3 of their body is tail. Their cloaca is literally, they're literally only about this long. The rest of it, this right here, is tail.
I'll tell.
Yeah, so I can pick one up and show you. What do they eat? They're kind of like tegus, kind of like skinks. They'll eat fruits. They can eat vegetables. Not fruits. I'm sorry. They can eat fruits. But they mainly eat proteins like scrambled eggs.
Is that what you have in there?
Yeah, I have some scrambled eggs right here that I just gave them earlier today. They'll eat that. They'll eat also mealworms. They'll eat the mealworms, the giant worms. They'll eat pinkies.
Okay.
Yeah, I've fed them pinkies. They actually really like pinkies. They'll throw them back like nothing. They really like those. If you notice their tongue, look, it's like a skink tongue. You see the tongue?
I see it.
It's like a flat.
They're so unique. Like, look at that.
They're so well. That's the reason why I got them. And when I got them, they were really plentiful in the industry. So
Trying to see it.
So when I got them, they were really plentiful in the industry, and they only went for about $50 each.
Okay.
So I got these actually from the Reptile Factory, from Gio. And he gave me a good deal because I bought both of them. And I've had them ever since, but ever since, you don't find them on the industry anymore. So they're definitely keepers. I'm definitely going to keep these. But the thing is, I only got them not because of the money value or anything like that. They're generally inexpensive animals. But I got them because they're so interesting, so intriguing. And I'll be the first to tell you that they're very ugly. Yeah, they have like the Yoda syndrome. Like, he's so ugly, he's cute. You know
right?
what I mean? You know, kind of like that Lord of the Rings, the Schmeagol. He's so ugly, he's cute. You know, and then that's what they have. And I love their attitude. I love their spunk. And yeah, they're definitely my pet projects. They're just, if they breed, cool. If they don't, I'll always have them for sure. So next is my Eastern indigo. I need to get my ladder actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if I'm gonna start going up this way, give me a second.
Sure, people problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the height difference, guys. Look at the height difference.
Hey, what's up, dude? Wait, hold on.
There you go.
What's up now?
No,
yeah. Come here. Come on, bud. You're coming out today. Look at that.
Wow,
look at that. Big boy.
that.
Gosh.
Dude, he's sick.
Yeah, dude. This guy. Do you know about Eastern indigos?
No, I don't.
This guy right
Educate
here.
me.
This guy right here is not a snakes for the most part are, well, first of all, he's in shed, but snakes for the most part are ambush hunters. They hide, and something passes by, they ambush it and they eat. Eastern indigos, the reason why I like Eastern indigos is because they're daytime hunters. They will leave the security of their wherever they're hiding to go hunt. They literally hunt. They hunt, fight, kill if they have to, and eat rattlesnakes, vipers, copperheads.
Wow.
They're completely immune to the
Venom?
To the venom.
Wow.
For sure. To me, that's like the ultimate, man.
Yeah, it looks sick, dude. Honestly.
This is the biggest colubrid in North America. This right here, this guy right here, he could probably get up to maybe 8 feet. So as far as as far as colubrids are concerned, this is what's considered the king of colubrids.
So do you feed him live or frozen?
I feed him live. He'll take live or frozen. Mm-hmm. The thing is that with indigos, they eat their food whether the food is dead or not. Okay. Meaning that there's videos on YouTube. I don't have any videos like that, but there's videos on YouTube of indigos eating rattlesnakes. The rattlesnake is halfway through in its mouth, and they're still rattling and trying to get away. Wow. They will eat their prey live, even if because they overpower and if they're able to kill it, they'll kill it. But if they overpower it and they decide they want to eat it and it's not dead yet, they will eat it no matter what. Wow. And there's a lot of videos on that. So, I mean, he looks really pale, unfortunately. He's deep in blue, but he usually has this. Then the reason why they call him Eastern indigos, because he has like a blue indigo iridescence.
Yeah, I can see that. It was the iridescence right now, especially with these lights in here.
Oh, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
So he has like it almost looks like a metallic blue type of iridescence. Yeah, I mean, on top of the fact that, you know, he looks really shabby right now compared, and he's a red throat, but you don't see that. But he is a red throat indigo, so this is the king of colubrids. And I used to have a female, but she passed away on me. Mm. And I'm hoping to get him another one and hopefully breed some of these in the near future. Yeah. But look at that. Even the scales. I mean, look at the shape of the scale is very different than any other snake. It almost looks like kind of like dragon armor.
Yeah, it does. That's what I was going to say. It's like definitely like a dragon. How to train a dragon right here.
For sure. And these are probably considered one of the most intelligent snakes in existence. In the sense that these can actually process human affection, kind of like tegus can, or dogs can, in a way far more greater than pretty much any other snake. Mm-hmm. And that is why this one is definitely at the top of my list as being my favorite. I got him once again. He couldn't have been more than maybe a couple weeks old when I got him. And I've hand raised him since he was a hatchling, and hopefully one day I'm able to make my own babies with him as well.
Hopefully this one doesn't musk on me too. Yeah, would you ever keep anything venomous?
No, I wouldn't keep anything venomous. I think leave a venomous to the people that have a passion for it. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily have a passion for venomous animals. I just have a passion for snakes that I know that I can handle and have like a a physical relationship with, and I don't think I can achieve that with a venomous animal. Like I can't do what you're doing right now with a venomous animal. I can literally, you can kind of hang out with them and sit down and like I sat down and watched Jurassic Park with my anaconda sitting on my lap. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking for, is that interaction. And you just don't get that interaction with, oh, look how white his belly is. It's very rare to see him like that. Normally it's just pitch black. But anyways, yeah, especially with indigos, you can even potty train them. I've heard people potty train them. I haven't done it, but people, like, I've heard of this guy. And once again, there's YouTube videos. Just go to YouTube. That actually... he's sitting on the porch with his indigo. His indigo gets off of his shoulders, goes into the flower bed, poops, and then comes back to him.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Indigos, you can, if you put enough time into them, you can definitely get your work back. They're definitely rewarding. You'll definitely, what you put in, you'll definitely get back for sure with indigos. Once you start doing research on indigos, you see what amazing animals they are, for sure. For sure.
Look at that belly, though.
Yeah. Look how white that is. Oh my gosh. It's usually just pitch black.
Contrast from black to white.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, let's check out some other snakes.
Okay, cool. Here, you want to just lead him in and he'll go in by himself.
Cool. There you go, little guy.
Good job, buddy.
Look at those scales. I love it.
I know, right? The thing is that they're so small. Watch. Look at the scales. You see how in the middle of the scales is like a little spike?
Yeah, I see it.
It's called keels. Those are keeled scales. So what they do with that, if you touch them, they feel like little needle heads. But I mean, obviously they don't hurt you, they don't poke you. But that helps. So when they actually burrow into the soil, it helps get the dirt in between their scales. And what they do is they absorb the tannins off of the natural leaf litter and the dirt, and they actually the dye of the leaf litter transfers onto their skin, and then they become more camouflage. Okay. Because a lot of these come in these bright yellows, they come in tans and browns and reds, bright reds. And what kind of small snake is gonna survive standing out bright red, so it becomes an issue. So what they do is with the scales, they kind of absorb that. If you notice back here, see how it's kind of dry? Yeah. See, in right here it looks kind of wet. If I was to put a little bit of water here, look, watch. See how it kind of soaks into their scales? Yeah. If I was to do that with my Eastern Indigo or my black-headed pythons, it would actually bead off of their scales. Why? Because their scales are meant to absorb the water or the moisture of the leaf litter so they can take on the color of their surroundings. Okay. So that's their defense mechanism, on top of the fact that they look like vipers. Yeah. They look like venomous asp vipers, like tiny little asps. But they're not venomous. They're constrictors, and they don't have fangs and they don't have venom. So that's what's so awesome about these guys. Kind of shaped like a shovel. Kind of like, so that's so they can burrow. Yeah, that's
kind of like in cave on top.
Yeah, that's why I like the Solomon Line and ground boas, because they're kind of like a cousin of the viper boas. But what I like about the viper boas is this is pretty much like a full grown, and see how girthy they are. Yeah, and they're just so awesome to keep, and that's kind of one thing about trying to find the snake that you want. Do you want something that you got to keep in a moist environment all the time? Do you want something that you want to keep in a dry environment, depending on how you want to handle them and take care of them? Or do you want something that is going to keep its colors? Because she will darken up before she sheds. And I'm willing to accept it just because I love the species. She will turn into like a brown, like this color here, before she sheds. And they shed maybe once every couple months. So you got to be okay with that. And plus, she's big enough. She's kind of like a ball python. She's big enough where she's impressive, but not so big where she's not handleable. And I think that's why ball pythons and colubrids, like corn snakes and milk snakes, are so popular. And that's why they're such good beginner snakes, because they get big enough to be impressive, but not so big where they're not handleable. Also, kind of referencing the situation with having like big retics, anacondas, blood pythons, and stuff like that. So, which are considered more advanced animals. So, as a beginner, you do have some options, and I think that in the future, once people start breeding this, because this is a wild caught animal, I think that once people start breeding these and domesticate them more, I think that these will become animals that hopefully in the future would be recommended as first-time animals to have. That once we get to know more about them, about keeping them and stuff like that, I think I think that they will have a future. So I not only like the way that they look, I like their scales, I like the way that how girthy they are, but I also like the fact that I think that they have a future in the industry to become just as popular as any other, any other snake out there that's out there now. Yeah.
You guys see how she's burrowing in there, using that head as a shovel, like to get in there?
Yeah.
Easy work. Look at that.
And then that's why these in particular have such thick substrate. As you'll notice here on the side, I have it really thick because I know that they like to burrow.
Yeah.
And I like to give them that. I don't necessarily have a hide for her because she doesn't need it.
Yeah,
they just burrow. They burrow when they want to, and then they disappear into the leaf litter like they would in the wild. So I try to provide that for them along with clean water because they're kind of like anacondas. They spend most of the time in the water, and when they're kind of don't want to be in the water, they like to burrow. So this is a male coral glow woma, hidden gene woma, possible calico, and possible yellow belly. Actually, he proved out for me this year with yellow belly. So see all these whites right here. So I'm hoping to maybe prove him out as a calico because he could very well be a low expression calico, but I won't know until he breeds. And I have his brother also, that his big brother also that but I think he's a 4 gene. So this is a 5 gene male. And then I also have his brother, which is a 4 gene male. So he took center stage in my last breeding season. For example, look at those little hooks. See those little hooks? The other male also has little hooks like that. And hopefully, we get to see all the genes that they have. I think that it's gonna take more than a couple of breedings to be able to. Hold on, he has something stuck in his mouth. So. That's my boy.
We're having a conversation right now, like how many hours he spends a day, taking care of all these snakes. And what was your answer?
Okay, so to take care of these snakes, first and foremost, snakes don't require that much time. So minimally, I'll be here. Let's say Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll be in here maybe 15-20 minutes. Spot cleaning, make sure they have water, make sure everything's okay, make sure they're good. It doesn't take very long. Plus, I only have 30. I guess 30 is relative, right? Whether if it's a lot or a little. Yeah. But anyways, so Sunday afternoon is really my time to do my social media in here. I do my feeding. I do my cleaning when I do a little bit more deeper cleaning other than spot cleaning. And so as far as complete thorough 100% cleaning and sanitation, I do that about once a month. Okay. And then it just takes me pretty much all of Sunday. So Sunday is my day. Sunday is the day that I really like to put in some time in here, and as much as I possibly can on Sunday. So it's pretty much blocked off completely.
Yeah, I feel like snakes are like easier, less work, right?
Yes, I think so, because I've had both. I've had lizards, and I've had snakes. Snakes require not only less money, but also less room. And they're cool if you leave them alone for a whole week. If you don't handle them, they're totally cool. It's not like but they're also totally cool if they're used to you coming in every day and handling them 2-3 hours a day. They're totally cool with that too. Yeah. So that's totally something that's very unique to reptiles.
And then here we have another one. Is this the same morph or?
Yeah, this is the brother of the previous one. Is a male coral glow woma yellow belly. Male coral glow woma yellow belly. Something like that. Yeah, I have it written down. But anyways, yeah, he's my backup male. And he did his job because my male, my other main male wouldn't breed my one particular female. And then I put him to her, and then he did the job. So I was able. It's always good to keep backups whenever you're gonna have holdbacks. It's always good to keep yourself some backups, so you can have plentiful harvest as you can.
Yeah.
For sure. And he's in shed, so it looks a little bit faded. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but he is a little bit a little bit on the droopy side. Okay, so this is my holdback. One of my holdbacks for the season. And
wow,
look at that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my gosh, look at those colors. No, it's not in shed, and no, it's not a ghost.
It looks like it's in shed, but like,
yeah, it's not a ghost gene or anything like that. It's not a Candino. It's not a any form of albino. This is actually a super coral glow or super banana coral glow, hidden gene Woma. That's what this is right here. So when he was yellow belly, when he was born, he was bright. He had the brightness of what a coral glow yellow belly looks like, along with the hidden gene Woma. But not until after the first or second shed, they completely get really creamy, get this real creamy color, and then that's how you know you have a super. Okay, why is it such a big deal to have a super coral glow? Well, the thing is with these here coral glows is when you breed a male coral glow to a female, you get 95% chance that all your coral glows are going to be male. But once you make the transition to a super coral glow, you're actually going to be able to produce 50% females and 50% males. The females are a lot more valuable because you can do so much more when you have a female banana coral glow, banana or coral glow, or whatever it is that you guys want to call them. But anyways, that's what brings this so much value, and so much on top of the fact that it's yellow belly and hidden gene Woma. So this is definitely my crown jewel for the for my last season. I mean, I'm not really big on my ball python collection, but to me this is a huge accomplishment. This is huge for me. So there's this little, and also it's a female. It's a girl. Okay. It's a girl.
There you go.
Not only did I hit the super,
you got a female too.
Yeah, I hit the super female. So it'll be a few years before she's able to breed, but oh my gosh, totally looking forward to this one for sure. Here's my male coral glow, my other holdback, and the reason why I held him back is because he shows the same attributes that my female dinker has. So for those of you that don't know, a dinker project is pretty much a project where you have a normal ball python, or that seemingly looks like a normal ball python, but you see certain attributes that make it look like it might have a hidden gene in it. And the only way to prove it out is to breed it with another ball python, and whatever ball python that has whatever babies that has the same attribute as your dinker, you breed that back to the dinker and see what comes out, and chances are you can prove whether you have something that's genetic. But let's say even if you prove something that's genetic, it might not necessarily be something that's desirable. It's got to be something not only that's genetic, but that's desirable and that you can introduce to the market and actually put out there as your gene that you named for that came out of your snake room. Because in our recent past, we've imported so many ball pythons, tens of thousands, if not millions, that there's got to be more genes in there. A lot of genes have been discovered in the regular pool that we already have here in the US, that by breeding the right one to the right one, we start creating new genes that we didn't know we had. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it could have very well been that that's how the first albino was created. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know, you might want to double check. The albino ball python. So I think that's the way it was created, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, so this one right here shows the attributes that my female has, which is this it's kind of like bubbly pattern on the dorsal area. And then it also has these real uniform side patterns. Now some of you would be like, oh, okay, well, no, it really looks kind of the same, but you know what, maybe it looks the same, it looks normal to you, but it doesn't to me. Yeah. I swear I see something in there. I swear I see something. Maybe it's wishful thinking. A lot of times it's just wishful thinking. Maybe that's what it is, but you won't know until you try. And I think that anybody with a good collection should have a dinker project that they're working on, for sure. Yeah, so that's my other holdback.
Alright guys, and that wraps up the snake room here. Special thank you to
Rudy with Rudy Reptiles. find me on YouTube, obviously YouTube, right? Instagram, and I just started a TikTok. I only have one upload there, but I definitely want to build upon that. So if you guys want to see more stuff in the future on TikTok, go ahead and check me out, Rude Dog Reptiles on TikTok.
For sure. And also, we were talking off camera about snakes that I can get, so I kind of have an idea now what I want. I still have to do a little bit more research about them, how to care for them and other snakes, but for sure, the snake is coming soon, guys. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this room. Make sure you follow this guy here. He has some awesome snakes and does some awesome, like kind of like a podcast and live stream kind of thing. I was actually featured on one of his videos, so I'll put the link right there, somewhere there or there. So go check that out, guys. And I'll catch you next time. Peace out.